Hi, I'm your host Beenish Mahmood from the Daily Minute Mirror, and today I have an interesting guest with me. I have here with me Mohammed Qayyum. Hi, Mohammed, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
He's a lawyer by profession, but he is very passionate about literature. He loves reading books, he loves writing songs, he loves to sing, he's into photography, and God knows what he's not into. He loves watching films, of course, because that is what I'm going to discuss today. So, Mohammed,
You forgot opinionated actually.
Yeah. Anyhow, so we're going to be discussing 5 films today. Love Guru, Neelofar, The Color of My Heart, which is a short documentary, and then Michael.
Yes.
You've seen Michael, I haven't. I still have to watch it. And then The Devil Wears Prada Part 2.
Yes.
Right? These are the 5 films under consideration.
Yep.
So let's begin with Love Guru. So Love Guru was directed by Nadeem Beg, and it's a 2025 Bollywood film, and it has as its leads Hamza, who is played by Humayun Saeed, and Mahira Khan, whose name is Sophia in the film. Right, so the film is basically it's a love triangle between Hamza, Sophia, and Ahmed Ali. Ahmed Ali has been played by Ahmed Ali Bhatt. So what happens is, I don't want to give out too many spoilers, but what happens is that Mahira Khan is in love with Ahmed Ali and she wants to marry him, but her father doesn't want that. So he seeks help from a marriage bureau and he hires Hamza to do this task for him by offering him a handsome amount of money in return. Well, what happens next is that, like all romantic love comedies, this is also a romantic comedy. So what happens next is that Hamza falls for Sophia, and the film shows, it shows that they both share a common interest in they share a common taste for coffee, and they're both concerned about the well-being of the environment. They both love poetry. It seems like they're both made for each other. But when Mahira Khan or Sophia finds out the reality about Hamza, what happens next? Can you guess what happens next?
Yeah, my read was slightly different in the sense that he doesn't love coffee, he doesn't love poetry. He researches about that particular lady and he just acts as if he does that. It's a nasty person.
That's a valid point. I agree with you here. I also think the same. And then, so Hamza is basically the love guru, and he's every girl's heartthrob before she finally says "Kabul hai." And in the end, what happens? Like Mahira Khan, she gets hooked up with Ahmed Ali. After she learns of the truth about Hamza, she's completely heartbroken. So what happens at the end? Can you guess? Like,
पाकिस्तानी फिल्म है तो हीरोइन एक्चुअली हीरो के साथ ही जाएगी, किसी और के साथ तो नहीं जाने देगी.
Yeah. So the end was predictable. But did you like the movie?
I didn't like the movie. Particularly, it was a good, entertaining watch. The soundtrack was pretty decent, but I should say the entire film was beyond belief in the sense that he's not a love guru, he's a love manipulator, as a matter of fact. And he's there to actually get various different women out of, decide various different things according to his will. He manipulates them.
Yeah.
That is what he goes
ahead. Isn't that what all men do?
Not at all, actually. I seriously doubt that. No, I seriously doubt. Not for money at least. अगर हम करते हैं तो हम मुफ्त में करते हैं, नहीं बीच में पकड़ के और अपने ईगो के जरिए करते हैं वगैरह इस तरीके से. The thing is, I met Ahmed Ali Bhatt after this, right?
Yeah.
तो मैंने कहा यार देख, मसा तुझे तुझे बीबी मिल रही थी, वो भी तूने इस फिल्म में उसको वापस कर दी हीरो को कि यार वो चली जा वगैरह.
The music was fantastic. Like,
the music was nice. There's a Pashto song in there as well. Yeah, very nice.
And nice songs. And it was like a entertaining and light-hearted film. Something that the audience needs today to take a respite from the harsh and monotonous reality of life.
Yeah, देखो कोई भी रोमांटिक कॉमेडीज या रोमांटिक फिल्म्स के अंदर बेसिकली ये होना चाहिए कि दोनों के दरमियान केमिस्ट्री है कि नहीं.
And there is online.
The other movie that we're going to talk about, I think उसमें ज़्यादा थी. इसके अंदर नीलोफर के अंदर I think it was much better for Wad and Myra gelled better.
It's the other way around. I thought Sophia and Hamza had a really electrifying online chemistry.
How did they have an
electrifying? But it's also true that Humayun Saeed has been playing the hero who rescues a damsel in distress too many times. He's played that role. Binduan mein bhi usne kiya tha. And now he needs to just retire, I think, because he's old, and maybe he should go to producing films. Production में चल रहा है, but acting नहीं उसे करनी।
इस केस के अंदर how was the damsel in distress? She was actually marrying someone actually who she wanted to marry, and this gentleman actually comes into role.
But she's actually in distress. She's confused. She doesn't want to marry Ahmed Ali Bhatt. She wants to marry Hamza, which is Humayun Saeed. She doesn't want to marry.
No. Before
she's so heartbroken, and self-respect का point बीच में आ जाता है, which is why she gave in and said, "I'll marry Ahmed Ali Bhatt." But the last moment पे you saw the film, haven't you?
No, but I thought
last moment पे she marries Hamza.
Yeah.
पूरी शादी पता है, it's a bit unrealistic कि पूरी शादी arrange हो गई है, और लास्ट मिनट में उसने कहा कि एमएल अली भट्ट ने उससे कहा कि गो आफ्टर द लव ऑफ योर लाइफ।
आई थिंक बॉलीवुड के अंदर हम दिल दे चुके सनम के अंदर भी एग्जैक्टली है, तो हाउ रियलिस्टिक इज दैट एक्चुअली?
It's just a film that spreads the message of peace and love. It doesn't invite hostilities from across borders. It just gives a respite to the audience from the economic and political upheavals that are happening so often in the country. I think the audience just needs to relax and just sort of just watch the film. I mean, the songs are nice, the dances are nice. Mahir Khan appears to be very well dressed, articulate, and good looking. So I think overall I would say the film was good. What about you?
Yeah, as I said, it's a good time pass movie. Or I mean, given the fact that Pakistan के अंदर फिल्में कोई बन नहीं रही, and it did good decent business as well. I think it came out on Eid as well.
Yeah.
तो ठीक है, अच्छा है वगैरह, जाके देख ली वगैरह, but not something I'd watch again.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to ask you was कि पाकिस्तानी सिनेमास में जो भी फिल्म्स आती हैं लॉलीवुड की, वो सिनेमा में तो लग जाती हैं, but उनकी DVDs नहीं मिलती। Why? Why is that so?
मुख्तलिफ I've worked on the legal side as well, तो उसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा the thing is उनके राइट्स वगैरह का अमूमन इशू होता है किसको वो देते हैं, बिकॉज अब अभी पहली चीज ये कि डीवीडी से पहले हत्तुल इम्कान कोशिश ये की जाती है कि नेटफ्लिक्स एंड देन यू फॉलो
नेटफ्लिक्स और यूट्यूब पे भी नहीं आती।
It depends on actually whether they want this or not. For example, Legend of Maula Jat.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, पाकिस्तान के अंदर मसला ये था कि पहले सिनेमा वाली फिल्में सारी आ जाती हैं। मैं अगर वकील के पर्सपेक्टिव से कहूँ, हमारी अतुल इम्कान कोशिश होती है कि डीवीडी पे ना आए जब तक इनको पैसे नहीं मिलते। बिकॉज डीवीडी के ऊपर आई और नेट के ऊपर रिलीज नहीं हुई, तो फिर इट जस्ट गेट्स अच्छा प्रिंट अगर अवेलेबल हो गया, स्क्रीनर तक तो होता है कि
तो फिर नेटफ्लिक्स और यूट्यूब पे तो अवेलेबिलिटी कर देना। अब डीवीडीज तो आउटडेटेड हो गई, कोई नहीं खरीदता।
It depends on deals actually, whether they would Netflix actually pay them any money for to take this on. I understand the platforms इतने ज्यादा हैं। Once again, पाकिस्तान की एक लिमिटेड फिल्म, दूसरा आपको इसके ऊपर यहाँ पे ये भी देखेंगे, Indian influences come in very big way as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Because this has been reported, so I can talk about it. ये करके Legend of Maula Jat.
Yeah.
चूंकि वो नहीं,
तो
बच्चों के उसको exactly Netflix has been pulling away reportedly away from it because वहाँ पे Indian influence वगैरह बहुत ज्यादा है. They don't want a Pakistani film to actually get anywhere. So I guess.
Anyhow, let's move on to our next movie, Neelofer. So Neelofer is basically it stands out as an unconventional and thought-provoking romance offering a fresh perspective on love. So, shall I give you the plot summary? A little bit of a plot summary so that you have an idea what the film is about. Right? So, basically, Mahira Khan is Neelofer and Fawad Ali Khan is Mansoor. Okay? And Neelofer is blind. Okay? So, Fawad Ali Khan goes to this eyesight clinic and he accidentally bumps into Neelofer, and she is angered and she throws a string of abuses at him. And he falls in love with her there and then. So, what do you think was there about Mahira Khan which attracted Mansoor to her? I felt it was her inner beauty, her courage, her openness, her bravery. But what?
Only if it was realistic. If someone bumps into you, actually, the guy just actually falls in love with you. अगर आप उसकी बेइज्जती करते हैं, because I found it once again as with Glove Guru के अंदर भी और इसके अंदर आपने everything works towards a good end.
Yeah.
Nasty people. हर nasty people इस केस के अंदर तो नहीं, दूसरे के अंदर है. I didn't find it realistic at all. I didn't even see कि what exactly was the thing which was driving this relationship here, which was driving. He was a poet. आप ये कह सकते हैं कि you celebrate दिल, पीक, आशिक और इश्क के बारे में. That's something he's couched in. So yeah, he's always on the lookout for someone actually amused और ये नया लिखने के लिए, बिकॉज
But
इस फिल्म से
don't you
पहले
feel Myra Khan's acting as a blind woman is a bit contrived? I mean, it's you when you look into her eyes, you know, you understand the depth of her blindness. But the fact how she copes with the disability, I think that was very unbelievable. कि एक जिस बंदी जो blind है, वो खुद स्टिक के साथ हर जगह जा रही है. I understand कि आपकी बाकी senses sharpen हो जाती हैं when we don't have one sense that is working, but it still seems very contrived कि she's able to go to the eyesight clinic with a stick and she's able to move around.
She does have and I think probably the best actor in character actor was Behrouz Sabzwari. She does have a driver who looks after him, and she has a grandmother as well, I believe.
That's Naveen.
Side actors जो खास तौर पे थे, they were very good.
हाँ, cast अच्छी थी, strong. Samia Mumtaz, Naveen Chawla, Behrouz Sabzwari.
So उस लिहाज से ठीक है वगैरह, बट ये आई मीन पाकिस्तान की फिल्म्स के अंदर असल में इशू वगैरह ये आता है कि यू हैव टू सस्पेंड डिसबिलीफ. वुड यू से ओके व्हेन यू वाचिंग दिस मूवी और दूसरी के अंदर, was that Myra Khan or was that Neelofer for you? Because पाकिस्तान के अंदर unfortunately हम इस फिल्म के लिए जाते हैं कि जी फवाद और मायरा के बीच में केमिस्ट्री है, और उसकी वजह से we are unable to go past that suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, but the thing is कि I couldn't get over the fact कि बहुत exaggerated थी कि she's blind and she still gets a guy. कहते हैं ना love is blind, but love truly is blind in this case.
जी.
But anyhow,
no. But इस फिल्म की सबसे ज्यादा कमजोरी ये थी, she gets a guy when she gets her eyesight. That was the one of the worst decisions.
No, you missed out on the climax of the film. There were two climaxes.
Yeah.
When she hears on TV the what do you say? What's that word? I can't think of the word right now. Somebody's bad mouthing.
Okay, जी इसके साथ बीच में सो यूज कर रहा है.
So she watches on the TV and she is angered to the core. Okay. So she leaves, and then she leaves for I don't know, New York or something. I don't remember. Or she goes abroad somewhere. And then ये हमारे से वो फवाद खान आता है, इसके पीछे जाता है, and he goes to the airport, अंदर चला जाता है, announcement करवाता है कि I want to back, but she leaves. Okay, and then he is heartbroken, and he's celebrating his poetry and his book, the publication of his book. And at that very moment, एक क्लाइमेक्स तो ये हो गया ना कि वो एयरपोर्ट तक गया है, लड़की चली गई. अगला क्लाइमेक्स ये हुआ है कि वो टीवी पे उसका आ रहा है, उसकी पोएट्री बुक का सारा कुछ, and Neelofer is watching that also, and she comes and she hugs him and she says
that आगे माँ से बीच में ऑडियंस में से खड़े होके कहती है, और लो एंड बिहोल्ड अब आंखें आ गई होंगी. अगर उसने फवाद खान को देखा तो उसने तो बीच में आके करना. But the thing is, the reason I thought it was such a bad decision or script was terrible in making this decision was कि सारी फिल्म आप करते रहें कि लव इज ब्लाइंड, लव इज ब्लाइंड, लव इज ब्लाइंड, और एंड में जाके खुशी उनको दिखाने के लिए आंखें होनी जरूरी हैं, उसके बगैर आप यू कांट एक्चुअली. So it sort of went ahead and defeated the entire message of the movie.
The message is not कि I mean हर बंदे को आइडियल लड़की चाहिए होती है, पतली दुबली खूबसूरत अच्छी घरेलू. अब
नहीं, बट इसको तो नहीं चाहिए थी ना, लड़की भी उसको घास नहीं डाल रही थी बिल्कुल भी.
हाँ, बीच में उनका लव रोमांटिक रिलेशनशिप डेवलप हुआ था काफी हद तक.
It was very interesting. It was film of two halves for me.
But it was just a misunderstanding that was created by that TV show जिसमें वो political
बात होती है, उसकी बैकग्राउंड वगैरह वहाँ पे आपको पता चलती है कि जी we had a wife in India, और उसको
that's left unattended by the way.
someone था वगैरह, उसकी शादी वगैरह थी. Whether she died or I don't really recall, died or she left him.
I think she died.
उसके बाद आया, उसकी पोएट्री भी उसके रिस्पांस में लिखी थी, और that's why it became a hit. So as I'm saying now, he is always looking for a muse because he is unable to write poetry, और बड़े अरसे पहले उसकी हिट हुई थी. और I mean second part of the movie is much better than the first one. First one was a setup. ये वाली जो चीज थी, I
got very bored watching Neelofer. It was like torture. The 2.5 hours the film
very nicely shot. Because आप अगर उसकी सिनेमाटोग्राफी अगर आप देखें तो लाहौर को इतना जबरदस्त मैंने कभी भी स्क्रीन पे नहीं देखा. मायरा खान वर्क्स वेरी हार्ड वैसे दो फिल्मों में.
The Color of My Heart is what I want to discuss next. It's a short film and a documentary, and it's been directed by Umar Riaz, and it's based on Zia Mohiuddin's life, who's a venerated actor and a cultural icon. So Zia Mohiuddin, his goal is to revive the glamour of Urdu poetry and pass it on to the upcoming South Asian generations. And as he's going about that, he touches upon the lives of a few significant poets like Ghalib Faizal Faiz and the educationist and human activist Dr. Arfa Saida Zahra. Okay, so and then he redefines what a ghazal really is. A ghazal is not simple poetry. It's about the love of the beloved, a beloved that is invisible. It's about the love of God. It's not like the typical Hi Ranja love that he's talking about, right? And what else? Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily because अगर फैज अहमद फैज की को आप देखें तो उसकी तो एक्चुअली है ही मुझसे पहली सी मोहब्बत मेरे महबूब ना मांग इट्स कैन बी अबाउट पॉलिटिक्स एज वेल and Zia actually Muhyiddin was famous for going ahead and promoting fast खास तौर पे.
Okay, so upon his return, he was yearning for the love of his mitti, and upon returning to Pakistan, he started the Zia Muhyiddin show, and that put a halo of stardom on his head.
Yeah.
And then the documentary also entwines his professional life with his personal life. He married thrice. And all the three wives have to say that he was a very difficult man to live with for different reasons. Nahid Siddiqui said she was afraid of his anger. Azhara said she was afraid of his rigid punctuality, and Sarwar said she was afraid of his perfectionism. Because there's a point in the documentary where Sarwar says that, I don't know, Sarwar, Azhara, one of the wives says, that if his tea was late by either a single minute, just a minute, late by just a minute, he would not drink it. So, I mean, what take do you have on Pakistani men? Like, if Zia Muhyiddin, such a literary person, can be so stubborn and so rigid, what about other men who not even graduated from abroad?
No, man is a man is a man. Aapka, once again, actually...
But that's not what...
No. You can look at it from two perspectives. Pehli cheez to ye hai, are we talking about that person's art? So, I don't see actually his personal life, what खास तौर पे जब वो मर गया हुआ है, why it should be in any documentary at all. Now, ठीक है, लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड फ्रॉम दैट. अब आप ये कह रही हैं कि उसका आर्ट या आप उस बंदे को उसकी आर्ट या उसकी परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर जज कर रहे हैं कि दैट डज ही आल्सो हैव टू बी अ ग्रेट ह्यूमन बीइंग. माइकल की फॉर एग्जांपल जब हम बात करेंगे तो वहां पे
बैलेंस बिटवीन टू,
not necessarily, because बात ये है कि you can also say कि if you are performing art at a very high function, so there is always going to be some sort of problem with you. You will be ill adjusted. आप बाहर से पढ़ के आया, you're giving everything, you exhaust yourself for your art, and then फिर आपको अपटाई चाहे टाइम पे नहीं. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying कि great artists tend not to be great human beings.
Right.
Beethoven को आप देख लीजिए, he had his deafness as well, but he was not nice with people at all.
Right.
और आपके there is a self-destructive or creative people. I mean, you can tell you do art more than I do. Creative people tend to be different. It's not easy for them to adjust.
I am not different, Mohammed. I am.
देखते हैं. That's for other people to say or not.
Yeah. Anyhow, my favorite part was from the documentary, The Color of My Heart, was the chapter on Faiz Ahmed Faiz.
Yeah, he's good.
The ghazal Aaj Bazaar Mein Papa Jawla is my favorite ghazal. The poetry is beautiful. It touches the soul of the person. And he penned it whilst he was imprisoned for 4 years. And I think on the whole the documentary was fantastic, and more such short film and documentaries should be made because they have the potential to uplift and enrich Pakistani cinema.
True.
So now you go on and discuss the WS part of part 2 and Michael.
If you allow me, I'll do Michael first, okay, because that's quite a nice segue in the sense कि एक तरफ आपने मुझे point out की कि someone who's performing at a very high level, there is actually dysfunction in his private life. और माइकल जैक्सन को तो तस्वुर अब आप कर सकते हैं कि at the height of dysfunction, कि उसके अगेंस्ट जो मुकदमे वगैरह हुए, वो जो सारी की सारी चीजें हैं, वो एक चीजें इस फिल्म के अंदर टच ही नहीं की जाती. माइकल इज अ बायोपिक जिसके अंदर एक एक्टर माइकल जैक्सन, इट्स नॉट डॉक्यूमेंट्री बट इट्स बेस्ड ऑन हिज लाइफ, और इट्स उसके अंदर जो माइकल की जगह है उसका जमेन जैक्सन, उसका सगा भाई है, उसका बेटा बेसिकली इज एक्टिंग, एंड इट टेक्स यू थ्रू माइकल जैक्सन्स टाइम एज अ किड and all the way up to Bad वाली एल्बम जब वो अपनी इसकी शोहरत के अरूज के ऊपर जाता है.
But what do you think of his song Heal the World? That's an all-time favorite. I think everybody.
I think that was done when he. Well, I don't know. देखिए, his message was actually decent उसके अंदर. He did Earth song after that as well, और ये सारी की सारी चीजें.
Heal the World is my favorite.
You understand that, but the gentleman was known thereafter as a pedophile. And can you go ahead and separate what his actually impression और जो उसके बारे में था और जो सारी की सारी जो चीजें थी. Once again, the art and the message can you जाम मोहिउद्दीन का तो चाहे उसको टाइम पे नहीं मिलती थी ना, इसके अगेंस्ट तो और ज्यादा सीरियस बीच में allegations थी.
I agree with the fact that जितने भी artists होते हैं, authors, artists, they get famous after they die.
Not really. Michael Jackson during his life.
Most of the artists.
Well, इस particular case
well, authors at least.
इस particular case के अंदर interesting चीज ये है कि ये he was a star since he was a बच्चा. His father forced him to actually perform. 5 साल की उम्र में he never had a childhood. Has a song called Childhood in which he actually sings about this as well. बाप जबरदस्ती उसे गवाया करता था और परफॉर्मिंग मंकी के तौर के ऊपर किया करता था, एंड ही नेवर रियली हैड अ पर्सनालिटी ऑफ हिज ओन. सो अ लॉट ऑफ हिज हैंगअप्स, अ लॉट ऑफ हिज टॉयज और जो चीजें हम उसको वैको जैको कहते थे कि पागल है या इस तरीके से. वन ऑफ द प्रॉब्ली मोस्ट टचिंग सीन इसके अंदर ये है कि माइकल जैक्सन का ये मशहूर था, उसने बंदर रखा हुआ था अपना पेट बबल्स के नाम से, राइट? ऐसा बोल रहे बंदर रखा हुआ, बट दैट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट टचिंग सीन्स इन दिस पर्टिकुलर मूवी. यू कैन tell the guys actually
have you read, I'm sorry, but have you read Hour of the Wolf by Fatma Bhutto?
No, I'm not.
Well, it gives a similar concept. Like this monkey उसने रखा हुआ ना, Michael Jackson
नहीं रखा होता.
She is in a toxic relationship with a guy. She wants children. He doesn't want children, so she hires a dog to end her loneliness because they're separated. And when the dog gives birth to a litter of puppies, she feels wholesome again. She feels like she doesn't need the man to complete her. तो
माइकल जैक्सन बंदर के लिए तो कंप्लीट करने के लिए नहीं, बट दोस्त रखने के लिए इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इन द सेंस.
I mean, the relationship between
let's do actually make you happy.
I'm a bad person.
No, I have just recently become one. तो बहुत जबरदस्त है, मैं भी हमेशा ये कहता, बट इस सीन को मैं I need to actually complete my point. उसके अंदर वो दिखाता अपने सारे खानदान को माइकल जैक्सन खड़ा करता है कि मैंने आपको एक चीज दिखानी है. सारे के सारे बंदे खड़े होते हैं, तो वो बड़ी सी गाड़ी आती है, गाड़ी के अंदर से पीछे ना वो नैपी पहना हुआ एक बंदा निकलता है. It's touching as well. और उसके अंदर ना देखिए माइकल जैक्सन की the coolest thing is which what he's unmatched about is his music.
Yeah.
And that is the star of this movie. You might not like the music, but his music is irresistible. और ये भी जो touching चीजें वगैरह ना, I think the film works. इन 5 फिल्मों में से I think this is the only one film I would watch again and again.
I want to watch it. I just don't like time. But now let's move on to The Devil Wears Prada Part 2. So your take on that.
The Devil Wears, I've sort of given away the story. I would not watch it again.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada 1 was very good.
Even 1 मुझे भी बहुत अच्छी लगी थी. 2 इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी, but it still kept me entertained for 2 hours. There was not a single dull moment in the film. I mean, I didn't get bored, honestly. Despite the loopholes the film had, the relationship, the love relationship between Andy and Peter, it's not developed fully, it doesn't blossom, it's very abrupt and sudden. And then the fact that Andy doesn't take another job which is more paying because she wants to put an end to the cycle के ये glossy fashion magazines जो खत्म हो रहे हैं from the scene. She wants to protect her job, and money is not important for her. It's the respect of her employees and the fact that they don't lose their job. But I find that very difficult to believe because money is important. You can't be happy without money. I mean, money doesn't buy happiness, as the saying goes, but it's connects 2 ways. Money buys. If you don't have money, you still can't be happy.
Well, इस फिल्म के अंदर ना the reason I didn't really enjoy Devil Wears Prada 2 that much is it absolutely destroys the message of the first film. What the first film was about the fashion industry.
Yeah.
This woman who wants to do serious journalism for a bit actually goes ahead and joins this fashion magazine. Yeah. और उसके अंदर जाके she is not happy with it. सारे के सारे actually fat shaming है, बहुत बीच में superficial है. एंड में वो छोड़ के फिल्म के अंदर चली जाती है and she goes back to her and she starts doing good journalism, serious journalism. Part 2 के शुरू के अंदर
she gets fired.
No. She's an award winner and पिछले 20 साल से she's become. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. She has become a serious journalist who human rights और इन चीजों के ऊपर she gets fired, ठीक है, because the social media की वजह से business is going under. she goes and joins उसको इस्तेमाल करने के लिए उसको फैशन मैगजीन के अंदर ये जो पिछले वाले में था उसी के अंदर वो दोबारा चली जाती
But I think
और वो उसको बचाने के लिए एंड में चली जाती व्हाट हैपेंड टू दिस द लेगेसी ऑफ सीरियस जर्नलिज्म ह्यूमन राइट्स और ये और वो एंड में तो फैशन मैगजीन को बचा रही है ना. So,
but what's your take on Meryl Streep? She's fantastic.
She doesn't age.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't look
That's all
76. I thought she was 56. And
70.
Anne Hathaway is 43 and she looks old. She looks like she's 50. She's physically fit. She's hot. She dresses well. But she looks old. She looks 50.
अभी आने से पहले भी I was checking up. Karan Johar interviewed both of them together when this film
Meryl
was
Streep and
yeah, when both of them were when this was released. तो उसके अंदर यही बीच में सारे के सारे हो रहा था उसने भी यही कहा कि एन हाथवे आप बुढ़ी हो गए बट ये इसको मैरिल स्ट्रीप का
नहीं हुई. And then वो नाइजल का जो कैरेक्टर था वो मुझे बड़ा पसंद आया. Like Nigel is the only source of solace that Andy has in her job because you know this Meryl Streep or Miranda as in the film, she really does play the devil's advocate.
You know the one thing which was absolutely amazing, well unique about this 1 and 2 is you will never come across actually any movie with more female leads. दोनों main
Emily Blunt, Andy और
इसमें तीसरे
and Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep as well. So it's basically principally it was produced by a female. जी it is because इसके अंदर आप देख रहे हो a lot of the fashion world is still a lot of male oriented.
Really?
No. As in Karl Lagerfeld, all of the brands are men, but actually, of course, they go ahead and objectify and use women as well. Modern सारी की सारी females को they just no, not really. वो कि उसको you can say they do it in a positive way, a body image और ये जो सारे. The cool thing about this movie is one, it looks great. As like बाकियों के अंदर आपको वो सारे के सारे takes you behind the scene of ये जो fashion industry वगैरह है जो दुनिया के सबसे बड़े होते हैं.
I was a fashion journalist.
Yeah,
but the thing is that models are really bitchy. You can't talk to them.
But वो वाली चीज आपको यहाँ पे इतनी एक्सट्रीम वगैरह इस तरीके से नहीं नजर आई. आपको बिजनेस एस्पेक्ट इसके अंदर इसमें भी है. पार्ट 2 के अंदर बेसिकली दिखाया गया. I mean, it's a fascinating movie, but it's not what I'm interested in.
I worked with You for 6 months.
Nice.
And then they laid me off because they said that we can't make ends meet. So they stopped. सारा कुछ online हो गया ना, digital हो गया सारा magazine जो print में आ रहा था, classic pages and everything वो सब खत्म. कहीं बाजार में आपको ब्राज़िल का magazine या कोई वो या लिबास जो भी आप लेना चाहते हैं वो you will not find it.
You do
because now they've completely shifted to Instagram, ये Facebook. टिकटॉक मतलब सोशल मीडिया का दौर है अब.
ये दो अलग चीजें. एक तो यू विल अप्रिशिएट के दिस वाज द ओरिजिनल फिल्म वाज एक्चुअली और ये जो सारे कैरेक्टर्स हैं वर बेस्ड ऑन एक्चुअल पीपल. ये जो मैगजीन है इज अ स्टैंड इन फॉर वोग मैगजीन और जो
में था ना इटली में
नहीं और ये जो मेरिल स्ट्रीप वाला कैरेक्टर है ये एना विंटोर वाज द एडिटर ऑफ वोग मैगजीन for the longest standing and she was actually this character is basically based on that. और जो एन हैथवे वाला कैरेक्टर है वो जो राइटर है it's based on a book. वो 9 महीने के लिए उसने वहां पे इंटर्नशिप की थी. और द इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर पहला पार्ट और दूसरा वाला भी ये है एंड बाय द वे आजकल मेट गाला हो रहा है वहां पे जिसको ऊपर सारे एना विंटर इज द लेडी हु ऑर्गेनाइजेस दैट इन न्यूयॉर्क एज वेल. शी इज लेफ्ट वोग बट अब शी इज उस साइड के ऊपर. और सेकंड फिल्म भी उसी के ऊपर बेस्ड है बिकॉज़
But have you seen Emily in Paris?
No, I've not seen that.
You Netflix should you watch that?
Okay.
Because it's very similar to this film.
No, check it
Emily also is an influencer, and the way she has to go to different fashion parties and come up with original ideas for features and all. So, it's very similar. You can connect.
Would you want to? Because आपने journalism भी किया, but I mean, some of the most amazing work I've come across of yours is writing on environment. So serious चीज करनी है कि fashion करनी है तो होना है तो
सारा कुछ करना है. Politics.
Other than politics.
Okay, so we'll end here, Mohammed. It was a pleasure to have you over.
I had fun.
Yeah, I had fun.
A lot of fun.
And we're hoping that you're going to continue coming to Minute Mirror and offer us more interviews.
Will be my pleasure. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.